It's not music beef. Now, it doesn't stem from music. It comes from actual street. Now, that don't die.
What's the deal, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. If you love hip-hop, you like looking fly, come rock with me, hit that sub button. It is finally here. I've been talking about making this video for the longest time. Today I have for you the album that changed my life, the album that took a hold of me and made me a hip-hop head. This is 50's second studio album and also my favorite 50 Cent album, The Massacre. The album released on March 3rd, 2005 and debuted at #1 on the Billboard. Every time that I tell someone that The Massacre is my favorite album, they always give me the craziest looks. You know what I'm saying? People think I've lost my mind or some shit, but before I ever listened to this album, I didn't really know the huge difference between rap, right? I thought like everything was kind of the same. When I would dibble and dabble with the radio, obviously I heard the most popular mainstream shit, which at the time I didn't know was not always the best stuff. I think back in like 2005, like damn, I really just said 2005, you know what I'm saying? But back in that time, like the popular songs were like Jibs, Chang Hang Low, DJ Unk was out, you know what I'm saying, D4L and some other shit. And that was the type of shit that like I was bumping. By this time, Get Rich or Die Trying had already came out, and I just wasn't that in tune with that yet. YouTube was not that big at the time, or it was just developing, I don't remember. And like what I used to do sometimes was I would go on mtvmusic.com and I would just watch like the music videos of different things, right? One day while I was watching some videos, I stumbled upon 50 Cent's Out of Control, the remix featuring Mobb Deep and all that. And then I saw the whole Massacre album, I started listening to it, I just kept on listening. I had no idea that it would turn me into a hip hop head. I loved what I heard. I'm saying there was realism, you could feel it. I'm saying there was a strong chorus, the charisma, the punchlines, the aggressiveness. I just looked at hip hop so different after finding all that. I'm saying The Massacre was just, it was the one for me. I was in 4th grade and I was a fucking stan, I'm saying, but for 50 Cent and G Unit. I'm saying I had to sneak around and listen to the music because obviously my parents weren't rocking with that at all. I would go to class, writing G Unit all over the desks. The teachers would be calling my parents, and saying I would always be singing 50's verses. Like I would be trying to act like the guy, you know what I'm saying? And I would wear my do-rag back when I was trying to get waves. Like it was the craziest, weirdest shit, man. Like I went through this crazy phase, you know what I mean? If anybody said anything about 50 or anybody in G Unit or Shady or anything, Aftermath, like I was ready to scrap. Like I took it so serious, like I was a part of them. They made the best music, they got all the girls, you know what I'm saying? They were feared, they were hated, and most importantly, it was their time. And nobody could deny that they just had the whole rap game on lock, in a chokehold like 50 said. From listening to 50, Buck, Game, Banks, that took me to listening to M, D12, Snoop, NWA, Pac, Biggie, Big L, Redman, Meth, Wu-Tang, and so on. I wanted to really understand who these guys respected, who they looked up to, who they studied and all that. Like that's how crazy I became about hip hop. Music, particularly hip hop, was a huge part and still is a huge part of my life. I never wanted to rap, but I developed a very good ear for hip hop. The reason I like The Massacre more than Get Rich or Die Trying is because I heard it first. I'm saying I know it's probably not that simple if I try to break it down why I like it so much, but Get Rich or Die Trying is a classic. It's legendary, and through The Massacre, I listened to all the mixtapes and eventually listened to Get Rich or Die Trying. But The Massacre, man, it just rocked my whole core. And still to this day, I get chills running through my body whenever that intro starts and all the gunshots start sounding off. The Massacre didn't end up outselling Get Rich or Die Trying, but it did sell 6 million in the US and 9 million worldwide. Those were some out of this world numbers that 50 was doing easy. The album was named after the 1929 Valentine's Day Massacre, where 7 members of the Irish North Side Gang were gunned down at a Lincoln Park, Chicago garage by the infamous Al Capone, aka Scarface. Just like the 1929 massacre, 50 would be wiping out the rest of his enemies and making a statement that he was the new way and Get Rich or Die Trying was just the beginning. When you look at all the success that 50's had so far, being in the rap game all this time is pretty remarkable. He sold over 30 million albums, he had the whole vitamin water joint going on, Reebok deal, the clothing, the movies, the TV shows, Power series, all that. Like, you gotta just step back and just respect it. Running through this album and just looking at the album cover brought back so many dope memories from that time for me. Like, when I look back, it's one of the dope things that I can't wait to tell my youngins about. You pop the tape in, you start hearing What Up Gangsta, the gunshots and all that. Then you got In My Hood, you know saying, In My Hood, niggas got love for me. Like, I'm just in the zone right now with it. Like, my favorite song on here, without a doubt, is Piggy Bank. I feel like that's one of the hardest diss tracks of all time that doesn't get mentioned in the same breath as like a Ether or a No Vaseline or Takeover. Like 50 dissed Jaha, Kiss, Game, Nas, Shine, Khalees, Lil Kim, the list goes on and on. Like, that dude did not give a fuck. The video, The Piggy Bank, is funny as hell too. If you've never seen it, please go watch it after you watch this video, of course. I love tracks like This Is 50, Guns Come Out, Build You Up, I'm Supposed to Die Tonight, Ski Mask Way, you know what I'm saying, Get in My Car, bitch get in, you know what I'm saying. That beat to Get in My Car was out of this world. High Tech did his thing with that beat. The producers on this album, man, 50 had a dream team of producers on here, you know what I'm saying. Obviously, you got the great Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying, M played a huge role in the creation of the album, Cool and Dre, Storch, Shaw, Money, Needle, Resto, cats like that, they all did their thing on here. 50 had about 5 to 6 features on here, with every feature being a G-Unit member or like a label mate. Jamie Foxx was the only other non-affiliated artist on the album. He was on the chorus to Build You Up, which was another song that I just love so much. On the song, 50 talks about finding true love and being happy with a particular woman. The music video to that song makes me feel so old, man. You know this shit is old. I think I saw like an old school PSP on there. Like, that was crazy. Coming back to this album was a pleasure. I'm gonna be bumping this until the casket drop. Hip hop is a huge part of me. I will never condone that whack shit. Substance and skill will always reign supreme to me. Okay, if you love that real hip hop, you are at the right place. You know what I'm saying? You've never heard this album before. If you never heard this, you already know what you gotta go do. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for bearing with me. I know this took an entire exodus to finally come out. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like, comment, let me know what your favorite song on the album was. And let me know what you didn't like about the album, blah, blah, blah. Subscribe and follow me on Instagram at I'm Hurrikane Isaac 95. I'm out. Peace.